All right, God. Me too. All right. First and foremost, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. Call Elohim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Kadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders at real well, a great millstone for teaching me this truth. And peace and salutations to all you Akim out there preaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth with truth and sincerity in your hearts and for the love of the gospel. All right. I'm the brother Shamar Yah. We're coming to you from the Great Millstone Branch, Gary, Indiana, with another lesson. All right. This lesson is going to be about, the three little pigs. All right. There's a story, Three Little Pigs. And it says, I typed it in Google right here. And I'm just read the AI overview, and then we're gonna get a lesson because it's symbolic to how we're supposed to be in the faith. So it says the story of the three little pigs is about three brothers who built houses of straw, sticks, and bricks. A big bad wolf easily blows down the first two houses, which is of straw and of sticks, right? It says, but he cannot destroy the third, strong brick house. The two lazy pigs run to their brother's house, and after failing to blow it down, the wolf tries to come down the chimney, but the third pig boils a pot of water, and the wolf is burned and runs away. All right, so that's the story of the three little pigs, and we're making a correlation as far as like out of the three, one was delivered. The 1/3 that the Lord's going to come back and He's going to destroy 2/3 of our people, and only deliver 1/3 of our people, like it says in Zechariah. Let's get that real quick. Zechariah 13 and 8.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13 and verse 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord Yahweh, two parts therein shall be cut off and die.
See? Two parts shall be cut off and die.
But the third shall be left therein.
The third shall be left therein. So two parts of what? All the land is representation of all our people. Because the nation of Israel was first a people before it was a place.
Yep.
When we got the inheritance, the land of Canaan as an inheritance, then it became the land of Israel, the land of milk and honey, which was promised to us. But we were a people before we were a place. All right, so go ahead.
It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire.
So they're gonna bring the part remaining through the fire, right? So it's not talking literally, it's figuratively. Go ahead.
And will refine them as silver is refined.
And refine them as silver is refined.
And will try them as gold is tried.
So when you make gold and when you make silver, when you in a refining process in a refinery, you put it in fire. All right, you pull it out the fire, and you put it back in the fire, and you pull it out the fire. All right, so you do that continually until there's no impurities left. You get all the dregs off. So he's going to do that with the third part. All right, go ahead.
It says, they shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
Yep.
I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
See, and that's what that's what the third part is going to do. It's going to call in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and say that I am the Lord's people, and the Lord's going to say, that we are I will say this is my people, and they will say the Lord is my power, and that's exactly what we're saying. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is my power, But also, while the third pig was building that brick house, it took time, it took diligence. All right, so I got an AI overview on Bing instead of Google. It says, so at the first two pigs were lazy, so they built their house quickly. All right, so they can play for the rest of the day. What's symbolic of you learn this word just so you can get some benefit, instant gratification. All right, you're not learning it wholeheartedly, right? And then it says, the third pig worked hard and built a sturdy house out of bricks. He took his time and ensured it was ensured it was strong and secure. All right, so that when you take your time and you do things, you get hail upon you. Let's jump to the book of Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 59 and 15. Because when you take your time with something, man, it's tedious. You get weary. It's just a side effect of the flesh. You got it.
It says Isaiah 59 and verse 15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
So when you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey. And then you taking your time with learning these words, these laws, statutes, commandments. The Lord is refining you as you're learning, as you're building. You're building upon your foundation, which the foundation is who? Yahushua. He laid the foundation already. But let's grab that in real quick. Let's grab that in 1 Corinthians 3:10. Because we're building upon Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai came and gave us the knowledge.
Yep.
He put everything we need in this book. So I think Isaiah 34 and like the last couple verses it says 34:18, 34:15 it says seek ye out of the book of the Lord. No one of these things shall fail, and none shall want her mate. You know? So we got to seek out the book of the Lord because everything we need is in that book. And then the Lord has given us the tools and resources to look up things that are not in the book, but pertaining to the book. You know, like history, historical facts, relics, you know, different languages of different meanings of words, you know. Everything we need is in that scriptures. So go ahead. You got 1 Corinthians 3:10.
1 Corinthians 3 and verse 10, it says, according to the grace of Yahweh, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon.
They've laid the foundation, you know, because they were the apostles. They laid the foundation because they learned of Yahweh Shai. And then when Yahweh Shai died, he gave them the spirit, and they went on and what? Taught the word, you know, preached of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So they laid the foundation. But you got to build. They not finna just build it for you, you know. That which hints to the virgins and then the talents. But you can't nobody save you, man. You got to build upon for yourself. You got to get this word for yourself so you can be rooted and grounded. Can't nobody root and ground you. You got to do it. Salvation is selfish, but it's only selfish because you got to put the work in for yourself. Go ahead.
It says, but let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon.
So you got to take heed how you build. You can't do it quickly. Can't do it too slowly because you're gonna be lazy. You know, you can't do it too quickly because you're gonna be brutish, which means stupid. You know, make mistakes. Scripture says, make no haste in the time of trouble. You know, you can't fuck off. You know, and then when trouble comes, you just want to rush and do it. You know, you got to take your time and plan out your time. You know, which is all of these things I'm saying is easier said than done. Of course, we all know these things. That's why we have the law of mercy and the law of grace. You're gonna make mistakes, but you have to put the Lord in the forefront of your mind. You know.
If I may, that link straight up with the story of the three little pigs.
Yep.
Because it said they were lazy builders. So when the big bad wolf had came to try their house, it had showed their works. It showed what they was really doing all that time, and it showed it to be a knot.
It came to naught. That's right. It came to naught. That's why I forget who said it. I forget the name of who said it, but I know it was it said, let these men alone. If this work be of man, it shall come to naught. You know? But go ahead, verse 11.
It says, for other foundations can no man lay, then that is laid, which is Yahushua HaMashiach.
It's like, and he's likening it to carpentry because when you look into carpentry, this is exactly how you build.
That's the spirit.
What?
Verse 13.
Oh, well, when you lay carpentry, you can't lay two foundations, man, because it's pointless. Either one foundation, the foundation that you lay on top of is going to crack. It's not going to give heat because it's not set upon a rock. It's not set upon. That's why you don't see people build houses on sand. If you see houses built on sand, they have stilts, like long pieces of wood or beams, you know, for lack of better words, because they dig them deep. They dig them beams very deep into the ground till you get upon what? Rocks, you know. Go ahead. I mean, take a look at some beach houses. Nobody just sits there and fucking build a house on sand. It's gonna fucking slide. You know.
It says verse 12. Now, if any man buildeth upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble.
So the Lord laid the foundation. You know who you are as an Israelite. You know what you're supposed to do. You know what you're supposed to call on, and you know what you're supposed to practice in. And then you have elders, and then even if you don't have elders, you know, in your respective camps, you have the Spirit. The Spirit's going to tell you, guide you what to do when you read this word and you suck, you know. But when you go astray from that, then you building your house on what it says. It says, if any man build thereupon gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble. Building on stubble and hay is a very weak material. But an example spiritually of building on hay is not preaching the word directly and correctly. Even if you don't preach, following the word directly and correctly. You doing it how you want to do it. You want to get in with the Lord the way you want to get in, you know. Go ahead.
It says, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it.
Con.
So just like when the Big Bad Wolf showed up.
Big Bad Wolf showed up.
It really showed your works and what you was doing.
And who was the Big Bad Wolf? Big Bad Wolf, of course, we all know it's the thief, which is Esau. But ultimately, who sent the thief? It's the Lord. So the Lord is the Big Bad Wolf. When the Big Bad, he's not gonna be big and bad to the people he's coming to deliver, but to people, all the people that fucked off. You know, when he come to collect, you'll get caught up in a destroying wind, because that's his the Esau belongs to him. Those are his weapons that Esau created. So that's really the Lord. You know, of course, the thief comes not for steal, kill, and destroy. We all know the thief is Esau, but who sent Esau? Who controls Esau? Proverbs 20 and 20 was it 21 and 1? Go ahead.
It says,
read that last verse over. It says
come on. Every man's work shall be made manifest.
Because earlier it said what? Gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble. So whatever you build upon that foundation's already sure it's gonna stay there. But your work is your mind. Your house is your mind. You are the house. Because what the scripture says, well, you are the temple of God. Keep your temple holy. You know, you got to work. That also goes into working out, being healthy. You know, being conditioned. You might have to walk for miles, days. You know, You ain't supposed to be just doing what you want to do, eating what you want to eat. You know, supposed to condition yourself. Take care of this temple. But when you building this temple, you know, because we're all bricks. We're the third temple. The third temple is built with men. So you got to make sure this brick, I'm going to be tempered. You know, I'm going to be tempered brick. You know, not no breakable brick, not no marred or bruised brick. So that's the work that every man should take heed to how he build thereupon. You know, believing on Yahweh Shem Yahushua in truth and sincerity. All right, and believing in him and directly, correctly, with as far as like the doctrine is concerned. Go ahead up.
It says every man's work shall be made manifest.
Exactly, because if you're gonna fold in a day, then it lets you know how you were building thereon.
It says, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire.
God, that fire is going to come, and that fire is also physically and it's figuratively. Because that fire, when it comes, it's going to be in the form of hell. Hard times, man, because the day of Jacob's trouble, it should be none like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble. But it also says, Revelation 12:12 says, the devil shall come upon you, because he know he had but a short time, you know. Let's say the devil should come upon you with having great wrath, so it's because he know if he has but a short time, you know. Go ahead.
Oh, that's the spirit, because I think so with the Wisdom of Solomon, because he says that he seemed to be a man of the Lord. Let us try him, and prove him.
Oh, 2, yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 2, and let's see. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. Let's start at verse up. It's Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. It says, he abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Yahweh is his father. And which is all true. Yep. Let us see if his words be true. So they're gonna come down upon us having great wrath, man. You know, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. So he's gonna put us to the test. The Lord's gonna use this devil to put our faith to the test, man. Yep. Like Leonardo said, immortals, we shall put that name to the test. You know. For if the just man be of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hands of our enemies. Hey, that was the point. But go ahead. You left off at fire, and said, "And fire shall try every man's work, what sort it is."
Yep. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
But we're going through the fire now, so we won't suffer the fire when the fire comes, because we had already been tested. The Lord testing us every day, and we know what to do in the day of great tribulation, because we're in tribulation every day. We're distressed on every side, man. You know, so we're not going to be panicking out here when the fire comes, because why? The Lord is going to test our work. Like, hey, the Lord said this was coming. I learned the prayers. I learned this. I studied this. I studied that. I know the breakdowns, and the Lord is. I build a sure foundation. which is your mind. What?
Says, if any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward.
See, if your work abide after the fire is gone, which means you pass the test, which the ultimate test is what? The charagma. You know? Well,
Says, if any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss.
he shall suffer loss.
But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
Con. It says that was pretty much. Know ye not ye are the temple. Okay, you can get 16 now.
It says, know you not that you are the temple of Yahweh, and that the spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you?
So you gotta see well to the temple is built with diligence. All right,
Yep.
but it said it took its time to ensure that it was strong and secure. So you gotta take your time with learning how to please the Lord and make sure it's strong and secure. You know, not just rushed. Because when you rush, you make mistakes. You make haste. When you make haste, you make waste.
If I may, that goes into examining yourself.
Yep.
Pretty much testing yourself.
Yep.
Test yourself while you have the opportunity to, because when that main test comes, it's no longer going to be any time of making mistakes.
Yep.
Right? That's why you learn off your mistakes now, so that you don't make it when that time comes.
Yep. A wise man seeth the evil and hideth himself. Part of hiding yourself is not necessarily hiding yourself when the evil comes. It's making preparations before the evil come. That's also part of hiding yourself. You know, because a wise man seeth the evil coming. So okay, we know the evil coming, so we gotta hide ourselves in what? Diligence, prayer, fasting, alms, you know, and then also even the physical aspect of it, like stocking up. You know, we don't have no bunkers, but we got food put up for a rainy day. You know, just in case a brother can't put up no food for a rainy day, we got surplus. We got more than enough, you know. But that was about it to that. Now let's get that the versions and Matthew 25. But what would you have first? You had the what?
I got the 7 too.
Oh, you get the 7 first, because the versions is like 13 verses. Get the Matthew's what, 7 and 25.
Yep, 24. Wait.
Okay.
Yep. It says, Matthew 7:24. Therefore, whosoever hear these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which buildeth his house upon a rock.
You build your house upon that sure foundation, which the scripture says, what? The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. That strong tower is what? That rock. It also says the name of the Lord is a rock, my fortress. You know, you can't use a rock is not easily. Look at mountains. You can't easily destroy no mountain. You know, which is a big rock.
It says, verse 25, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house.
Which is symbolic of what? Hard times.
Yep.
You know, perils, distress, the day of Jacob's trouble. Go ahead.
It says, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened to a foolish man which buildeth his house upon the sand.
Because when you build your house on swampland, not necessarily, or sand too, you build your house upon sand and or swampland, or just a foundation that's not sure. I was talking to my mom the other day, and it was talking about like it was a house that has a tunnel leading from the basement to the garage, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm like, man, I would love to have something like that, but I'm like, it would be a very expensive repair if that tunnel flooded with water. But the house is sit on the hill. That hill is man-made, so they have to dig it out first, build the fucking thing, and then put the house on the hill. You know, so the house is high up, so even if it do rain or flood happen, the water will go down below the house. You know, so that's like and then also houses settle. When you build a house, over time it settles into the ground. You know.
Verse 27. It says, and the rain descended and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell.
Go ahead.
And great was the fall of it.
It's like your mind is the house. You don't want to break in that day, man. When the rains come, you wanna even if you die, you still want to keep the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in your hearts and be like, man, you pray to the Lord, like, Lord, if this be my time, it be my time. You know, just don't let me fold. You know, because it says what? Let no man take thine crown. Let no man, let no thing, let no object, no family member, let nobody take your crown, man. All right, we can close it up with that
25.
25.
It says Matthew 25 and outside of verse 1.
Yeah, start one.
It says, Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins,
Mm-hmm.
which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
Con.
It's fun having a lamp if you don't got no oil.
Because it needs fuel, you know, and that lamp, that oil is the fuel, because you got the wick that carries the oil up, you know, which the flame consumes the oil. So it's foolish. You know, it's like basically you wasn't in the spirit because you forgot a major component, which is also like symbolic of how we, you know, if you know, when you're in the spirit, you make less mistakes. But when you're consistently making simple mistakes, the mistakes that you would not have would have not noticed if you was in the spirit, you gotta do some self-examination, like you just said. Examine thyself without being in the faith. You pray and you take your time, and remember, that's another thing, taking your time. Before you leave the house, am I forgetting anything? Phone, keys, wallet. Before you leave anywhere. I lost my keys, wallet, and phone so many times. Before I leave the house and before I get in my car, from every location. Phone, keys, wallet. Am I forgetting anything? Backpack. You know? Personal checklist. Go ahead.
It says, verse 4, But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. Mm-hmm. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. A lot, and at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise.
Trimming your lamps is attending to them. Let me get that in there. Tending to your lamps. So it says, trim their lamps. It says, the AR overview. It says, trimmed your lamps is a biblical metaphor for the parable of the 10 virgins that symbolizes spiritual readiness, vigilance, and preparedness. The act of trimming a lamp in ancient times involved cleaning the wick and adjusting the flame to ensure it burned brightly and steadily, which can be interpreted as a believer's need to maintain a vibrant faith through spiritual discipline, prayer, and devotion, which is all the things we need to be devoted, spiritual discipline, you know, having control over this flesh, and prayer, you know, which is all things that we can all practice in to be better. You know, that's symbolically of trimming your lamps. It's all a parable. It's a symbolism. You know, so when they trim their lamps, they were making themselves ready for when He came. So we're making ourselves ready for when the Lord comes, so we could be accepted of Him. Go ahead.
It says, then all those verse 8, and the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are going out. Mm-hmm. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourself.
Go buy for yourselves. You can't take none from us. Another man can't save you. You know? Go ahead.
It says, And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut.
Which is symbolic of being delivered. They were married, because the word marriage means to be joined into. Or to be of one. Like the scripture says, one bone and one flesh. And then it also says he knew his wife. You know? So the door was shut. I mean, they was already in the chariot. Go ahead.
It says, Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not.
See? They wasn't joined unto the Lord. That word marry means to know your wife. To know her is what? Intimacy. Sex. You know, so we get intimate with the Lord. You know what I mean? So the Lord said, I don't know you. Go ahead.
It says, Watch therefore, ye know not, you know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh.
So you gotta watch, you know, because we don't know when the Lord is coming. Let's get that when it says the thief. Matthew 24.
Yep. I got it.
What's it? Go ahead.
24 and 42.
42, okay.
It says, Watch therefore, ye know not what hour your Lord will come. But know this, that if the good man of the house had known and would watch the thief would come,
Mm-hmm.
he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
God. It says, if you would have known, then he wouldn't have suffered his house to be broken up. But we have the tools to measure the time diligently, man, to really gauge when the Lord is coming. You know, that's another one in Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 4. I think it's 2 Thessalonians 4. Thessalonians 4, and unless I'm getting it wrong, mixed up with something else. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm checking. Nah, I can't check Thessalonians.
No, it's 1 Thessalonians. No, wait. Yeah, it's
verse
4 and 5,
2.
4 and 2.
Wait, hold on.
Maybe I got it wrong too.
Oh, no, 1. 1 Thessalonians 4 and 1. Start at verse 1.
Let me see.
It said that you receive of us how you ought to walk and please.
No, it talks about the thief.
Go down.
Oh, 5 and 1.
Oh, okay.
5 and 1, yeah. Read 5 and 1.
1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 1. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves no purpose at the day of the Lord, so come as a thief in the night.
Mm-hmm.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as a travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
So we know perfectly that we don't even, we all know when the day of the Lord. We don't know when it's coming, but we know it's coming. So what manner of man should we be? In our conduct, how we behave ourselves in our day-to-day walk.
It's giving you full circle of the Three Little Pigs story due to the fact of we're seeing these different things that the Lord said measure about. We're seeing these different prophecies check off like a check mark. So knowing these things, right? And like you said, what manner of person on GB? Now what are we doing? We're examining our own selves. We're getting our house in order because we know that the Lord is on his way here. But what are the 2/3 doing? They're sitting here trying to cause an uproar. They're getting upset, saying they're finna start stealing. They're doing all the different things that's not going to actually help them in the long run.
They actually getting mad the thief is coming. They getting upset. They kingdom is threatened. They security. What they say? 3. For when they used to say peace and safety, then sudden destruction, and their security is being threatened, man. And so they gonna and also they lazy. These people are lazy minded. And of course they're not in view with the spirit, but they also lazy minded, man. They also They don't want to get up and work. They don't want to They don't want to go do the legwork to get a decent living and a good job. They want to just live off benefits, and which is it's fine to live off benefits, but they're put in place for when you fall on hard times. You're not supposed to stay on them for 10 years and manipulate the system. Yep. But that's why they're getting so upset, because they weren't preparing, man. They weren't. It was not a thought in their mind. It was like, it's going to be a day where I'm not going to be able to get these.
That's never going to crash.
Exactly. Even if it never crashed, a wise man would be like, man, while I got it, because I don't know how long it's going to last, but while I got it, I might get a good job. You never know. Like, while I got it, I'm finna stock up. I'm finna stock up on non-perishables. I'm finna stock up on things that last a long time. I'm finna stock up on meats. Something that I can look to when when I'm up. Or when I ain't got it no more, or if somebody else need it. But these people don't think ahead, because why? Like Montezal said, he said, what he said? He said, what did he say? I would have said, they don't really use food stamps for food. They get them, they sell them for cash.
To get their hair
and nails done. To get the George that come out. To get, I give $400 a stamp.
That's why they mad.
That's why they mad.
On Saturday,
hell yeah, them J's coming. It's holiday time. Everybody want the holiday shits. Everybody want the 11s and the 12s. The exclusive joints. Taxis coming out. Everybody want them taxis. They like, the holiday J's, they like $250. $275. Shit, and some people pay $300 to get them early. $350.
That's how they fulfill a lot of those pagan holidays. They start selling their stamps of different things in order for cash, in order to buy things that they need or were planning on getting. Right? So now that you're taking that away, they're sitting there and distraught, like, dang, what do I do now?
Amen. It's going down, bro. And the big bad wolf is gonna blow. And when the blowing is symbolic of what? The missiles, man. The destruction. What says when it said when I fear comes like a whirlwind.
Proverbs 1.
Is it one?
Yeah,
When I fear comes like a whirlwind.
20,
What's whirl?
27.
How do you spell whirlwind?
WHIRL wind.
Oh, whirlwind. Okay.
Yep. Proverbs 1 and 27.
Type in whirlwind and fear come. I'm looking for the one. I'm thinking of a different one. Yeah, Isaiah.
Quote it.
Okay, nah. It mentions whirlwind. Let's see. Isaiah 17:21. So hold on. 41. Yeah, it is 66-15. Behold, the Lord will come with fire, and his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger upon. That's what I'm looking for. 66-15. We get the Proverbs first.
It says Proverbs 1 and 27. When your fear comes as a desolation, and your distress comes upon as a whirlwind, when destruction and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
They say they're gonna seek the Lord in the day of his power, because the Lord power ain't being displayed right now. So they don't think he's real. Jake got a tendency not to believe something until they feel it, until it affects them directly. They ain't finna believe until they see it. But when you see it, it's gonna be too late to believe on him.
Till they get that belt.
Till they get the belt to ass. Grab us Isaiah 66:15.
Isaiah 66 and verse 15 says, behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Come on, man. That's that whirlwind. That's that big bad wolf is going to come and blow your house down, which is your house is what? Your stability.
Yep.
Your security. Go jump up to 4. It's Isaiah 66 and 4.
Say it again.
Jump up to Isaiah 66 and 4.
It says, Isaiah 66 and verse 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. Because when I called and none did answer, when I spake they did not hear. But they did evil before my eyes and chose that in which I delighted not.
So the Lord going to choose your delusions, man. He's not going to just scare you. He knows what you fear. And he's going to put that upon you, whether it be aberrations, loss of wealth, you want to kill yourself. He's going to put whatever fear upon you. A lot of people.
What say, the fruit of your own devices?
Yeah. I don't know where that's at.
That's on the Proverbs too.
Oh, come.
Because it links right up. That verse links right up with what Proverbs 1 was really much going into, something that summed it up. Because it said you didn't fear, you didn't render, not render. You didn't listen when the Lord was calling.
Yeah.
You chose the simple things. You chose to continue to abide in this world, thinking everything was going to be good, but the Lord kept warning you, trying to save you.
Yeah.
But you chose not to listen. So now, when he brings all those different destructions that he tried to save you from, it's nothing that you can do.
No, it's always going to be too late. The doors are going to be shut like the 5 foolish virgins. It said the doors are shut. It said, I do not know you. I've never known you. Get from me. You work up iniquity.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Let me go back. Verse 5. Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word, your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake. Let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed.
God.
Damn.
They shall be ashamed, baby. They shall be ashamed. That's the confusion in the faces.
That links right away. It says, some shall wake up to everlasting joy.
Yes.
Some to everlasting shame and contempt.
Yes, some shall. Because they're going to remember their past lives where they called on Jesus Christ. I cannot believe I called on Jesus. What was I thinking?
I was warned.
And they warned me. What was I thinking? They going to feel it, man. But that was, I think the point was made.
Yep.
Amen. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect of Israel. And until next time, what's your shalom?